outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep three-point land, it's rebounded by New York.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Duncan. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Poke loose. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Back to Embiid. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's go. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And now the fast break, and Embiid with the ball. Fires from deep. Knocks it loose. Pass to Keenan. Misses the three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And this is how lethal Anthony is, and he was capable of throwing it down all over the defense.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Connects from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Count it. He's got 7.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Pass to Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 7 points in the game. It's hauled in by Duncan.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Duncan, a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Buries the long-range jumper.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. New York ahead. They lead by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Duncan. And it's Keenan with the rebound.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
On a dime, Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries it from the top of the key, and it falls over the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Outside Anthony. From downtown. Rebounded by the Nets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Taken away by Anthony. And now the fast break, Embiid with the ball. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Embiid with it. Now Anthony defending. Fires for three.
And great read there by SGA. He knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Embiid is at the elbow.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Fades. He gets it in there. Embiid got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Keenan. Here's Bamba. Duncan grabs the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. And 1:01 left to play here in the half. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good with the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Stolen by Duncan. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Lively. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And you won't find many centers with better passing ability than Bogut.
Tatum no good. Here's Bogut. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Giannis rips it down.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Philadelphia trails by 3. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for New York.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never waned.
Holmgren with the steal. It's hauled in by Giannis. Philadelphia with the ball. They trail by 3. Here's Bogut. Count that one. Bogut's got the first field goal of the second half for Philadelphia.
In the paint, Bogut's so comfortable, and he loves working right underneath the basket.
Here's Ginobili. Here he goes. And it's slammed in by Ginobili.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Into the lane, Tatum. Fade away. And it comes off the front of the rim. Opportunity here for them to take their first lead of the game.
And this is where you need to be aggressive and make it happen.
Here's New York. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. That one good for 2. And the Nets lead by 3.
And gosh, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
1:58 left in the third. Mitchell wide open. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Kamare misses. And so here is New York. The lead is 2. Back to Adebayo. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third. And Ginobili with the slam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Mitchell outside. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
The drive by Hill. And the jump by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Holmgren's got 7 points.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Ginobili outside. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Here's Bogut. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 1 second left. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third. New York ahead. They lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. That'll be a 5-second call.
team ball.
From deep, Gilgeous Alexander scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Pass to Keenan. And here is Gilgeous Alexander.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Nets.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
How about the ball hawking defensively, moving their feet, anticipating, and then also coming up with steal.
New York trailing. Here's Embiid. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
And looming large on the interior. Embiid hard to deny.
Floats one up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
Yeah, easy call.
Team foul. At the line for your home team.
That's good from Gilgeous Alexander.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Gilgeous Alexander hits them both. Embiid with the steal. From 8. Out to Anthony. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous Alexander's got the lead up to 3 now for Philadelphia. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Double team on Gilgeous Alexander. Hands it from downtown. And it's a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Gilgeous Alexander surveying the D. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Pass to Duncan. From deep three-point land. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous Alexander.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
New York on D. 8-point game. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it to go. Stolen by Bamba.